Hello and welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Investing Club. I'm your host, Gabe Peterson, and this is the place investors go to gain actionable advice, learn about current market trends, and hear war stories from other professional investors out there in the field today. Before we get started, I have two quick housekeeping items for you. First, if you like this episode, we would very much appreciate a like, subscribe, and share. It is the best way to support the show and keep it running far into the future. Second, if you're a new investor looking to get started in real estate or an experienced investor looking to take your investing to the next level, I've created an ebook just for you that will cover how to find deals that are actually deals, how to finance those deals with little to no money down, and how to exit those deals for maximum value. On top of that, I throw in an insane amount of free bonuses that you'll have access to once you buy the ebook. All I charge is our admin costs to keep this show running. So if you're serious about real estate investing and want to create both active and passive income as an investor, head on over to the website at therealestateinvestingclub.com and click on the button that says get the ebook in the upper right-hand corner to grab yourself a copy. With that said, let's dive right in. Today we have a very special guest with us, ready to drop some investor knowledge on you. So buckle up, grab your pen and paper, and enjoy the ride.
All right, we are live. Today we have Don Sutton, real estate wealth advisor and president at On the Block Real Estate in Los Angeles. Don, thank you very much for joining us today. How are you doing?
Doing fine. Thank you for having me on.
All right. So to get us started, why don't you tell everybody, who you are, where you're from, and how you got started in real estate in the first place?
My name is Don Sutton. I've been in real estate now for 20 years. I've owned my own brokerage for 6 and currently opening a few more businesses this year. I got into real estate because I worked at the LAX airport for 15 years with logistics. And when 9/11 happened, 9/13, I was out of a job. I had to go a completely different direction with my life.
Wow. Wow. So 9/11 happened. You were at LAX. You were working your job there, and then 9/11 happened, and everything kind of fell out from under you. And at that point, what kind of got you primed for real estate? What was the kind of impetus to choose real estate in the first place?
I was just recommended to do it, even just as a part-time gig until I could find something permanent. But I ended up staying full-time from the get-go.
Awesome. I love it. And that's true for many people who, think they're just going to put a toe into real estate, but they end up staying because it is such both a rewarding field and a lucrative field. So I'm glad you're still here with us in the game. And that was many years ago. So since that point, you've done a lot in real estate. Kind of tell us, how is your career progress since that point? What have you been doing? What's your main bread and butter right now?
My main bread and butter is always going to be 2, 3, 4 units, owner occupied, where the owner or the family lives in one or both units and rents out the remaining units. The thing about Southern California is there is a lot of properties that have accessory dwelling units in them, mother-in-law units, or actual physical apartments in the back. A lot of Southern California has those, and that is the highest demand ticket item right now. And I've been doing those kind of units. I live in my own units. I actually own 3 triplex complexes, and I actually live in the studio unit and rent out all the big units myself. I do that. 80% of my business is buyers. The other 20% is sellers. And usually the sellers are either referrals or previous clients. I tend to work a lot with apartment buildings as well. And 65% of my clients do not speak English. They're Spanish speaking. So I actually changed my life, and I went to the University of Guadalajara to actually study Spanish so I could actually service the community better.
Wow, I love to hear that. I love to hear people who kind of adapt to their market, to what the market needs, and learn the skills that really service the people that they are in service to. So that's great to hear. So it sounds like 9/11 happened. You moved on. You got into real estate. You loved it, and at that point, it's so now you're doing both a brokerage and it sounds like you are also house hacking. You're buying houses and you're living in one of the units that of the houses that you're doing, and it sounds like a lot of them are ADUs. Is that correct?
Right now they're ADUs, but I've been doing 2, 3, 4 units since my first transaction was a triplex.
Oh wow!
And my client still lives there. He lives in the front unit and rents out the back 2 apartments. You have to understand the way Southern California was built. There are a lot of units behind houses.
Yep.
So you're going to get 2 houses on a lot or more. And that is a high dollar, high ticket item and very much in demand because so many families want to live in one unit and either rent the back one or maybe put mom and dad who are seniors in the back, or maybe their brother-in-law, whatever the case may be, and their family wants to live in the back. It's all about keeping the family unit together, especially with the cultural diversity that we have in Southern California, where keeping the family together is a big part of being a family.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is a trend that is kind of happening up here in Washington State too. We're seeing a lot of people adding ADUs and looking to purchase ADUs or small multifamily properties for themselves. And I like the phrase. One phrase that kind of stuck out to me when you were talking. You said keeping the family together, and I idealistically, I like that concept. I like the idea of keeping everybody together. And when you have ADUs, when you have multifamily properties, you're able to, do a multi-generational purchase and keep everybody within the same lot, the same parcel. So, idealistically, I really like where you're going there. So let's go a little bit further into your business and how you run it. And so tell me a little bit. How do you go about identifying and bringing in the leads for ADUs? You've created a business around, kind of a niche property. Up here in Washington, it's niche. I'm sure it's much more prevalent down there in California, but it is, it's not the general house that you'll see on the block is not going to have an ADU unit on it. So how do you go about identifying those units and negotiating the price once you do?
The fact of the matter is that there's an estimate that 30% of all garages are converted into livable space here in Southern California. And right now, a lot of them are converting them into legal ADUs by installing a bathroom, a kitchenette, and making it into a livable space. The thing is that 80% of my business comes out of Facebook for free. It's either me posting up a short video of the client buying a property, getting their keys, I'm on a showing, looking at a house, or there's an article about interest rates, an article about real estate in general that I pull off of Barron's or Wall Street Journal. I'll post it up to remind people to think of me when they think of real estate. And currently I have about 4,300 followers on Facebook. I have another 7,500 on LinkedIn, and I always cross-reference all of it with just basically free advertising. And then I also probably get about 20% of my business from either referrals or running small ads, either on Facebook or Instagram, but it's not a big part of my business. The biggest part of my business is literally using social media in a non-professional photo shoot way, just impromptu, impersonal. Hey, this is me. I'm looking at a property. Hey, this is me giving keys to a client. And invariably, I will get people hit me up for business through Facebook or Instagram.
I love that you said that. My background is in digital marketing, and I am a huge proponent. And I always tell people, just make your daily life. You don't have to do this giant production. You don't have to have, the Nikon DSLR 50-50 or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be the best quality. Just use your iPhone, use your Galaxy, whatever phone you have, and start creating content. Start taking pictures, start taking videos of the everyday things that occur when you're running your business. And it's amazing what can come out of that type of, productivity, that kind of content. So it sounds like that's where the majority of your business is from, this organic post, these regular posts that you're just posting on social media, and people are calling you from that.
Correct.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that. And actually, so you said 30% of the garages in California are livable, and that really surprised me. That is a huge number. It makes me think of the space, up here in Washington, whether we can expect to kind of see that, trend come up our direction as well. Has it always?
California is suffering from a housing crisis. The estimate is that even if the entire city of LA, everybody who owns a home in the city of LA, if 10% of them build an ADU, it only will cover 10% of the actual housing shortage we have in Southern California.
Wow. Yeah.
That's why prices are so high here, and that's why people are building ADUs left and right. And the city, just for your reference, the cities of Long Beach, where I live, which is the biggest city down here next to LA, both the city of Long Beach and the city of LA, 50% of all building permit applications are for ADUs right now.
Wow, that is crazy. That is impressive. So let's go back to the topic of social media, and I'm sorry for all the viewers. I forgot I had a camera up here. Don is on his phone, so we don't get to see his face, but I still should be looking at you, so I apologize for that. But Don, back to you. So, you talked about social media, and a lot of people that are listening. There's going to be a lot of agents listening as well as investors. They're looking to find good deals. They're looking to find leads. You've already, you and I, we've already talked about social media a little bit. We've already broached the subject, but kind of go into the meat and bones of what you do in order to generate these leads. Like, go into the day-to-day. What are some tactics that people listening and watching can take away from your activity that can help them in their own business?
Sunday, I went to go see a property on a half acre in Downey, where a lot of McMansions are being built, 3,000, 4,000 square foot mansions. And there was a tear down 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. There were 15 families there trying to get in to see it, including investors for cash basis. And those type of properties are hot, and cash investors are looking for them everywhere. So what I did is I did a quick video of the property itself, all of its defaults. I basically put up there saying, look, they're asking 600, it's going to sell for 900,000, but the turnaround could be easily close to 2 million. Who's got the balls to take care of it? And I got a guy who said, I'll do it. Wrote up the offer. We submitted it, and we'll find out by probably noon tomorrow whether or not we got the property. It's doing those little things when you see an opportunity and just letting everybody know visually what is available. People jump on it really seriously. And the thing is that I don't put that kind of video up on social media, but what I will do on social media is walk through a house and say, look at all these people that are behind me waiting to see this house. If you're a home buyer, you need to get serious about actually getting a home because the interest rates are so dirt cheap. And sometimes I get a little mean on the video saying you need to get off your lazy asses, but it actually gets people to get off their lazy asses and do something.
I know. I love that. I love that. A little bit of tough love is definitely necessary at times.
Yep.
So 2 things I want listeners to kind of take from what Don just said. Video, for one, when you're engaging in social media, video converts better than any other medium or type of media. If you want to really have high conversions, really have high engagement, do video. And when you're doing video, the other point that I want to make is that Don was talking a lot about transparency and just kind of guiding the viewers, not in a produced sort of way, but just in what his actual understanding of the property, understanding of the deal, and just really being very transparent in everything that you're saying when you're doing the videos. So those are great tips. I love that you're doing that, and obviously you're seeing a lot of success yourself doing that. So there's some good motivation there. Unfortunately, we're going to have to make this a very short segment. Normally, we try to get about 30 minutes, but Don and I had some technical difficulties, so we're moving along at a little bit faster of a clip. So, Don, I'm going to take you into the next section and hear a little bit about your experiences. You've been in real estate since 9/11, which was, what was that, 2001? So it's been almost 10 years at this point. We all know real estate, it's a roller coaster. You got your ups, you got your downs. So I'm sure you've seen your fair share of both of those at this point. Tell us, take us through some of the difficult times you've gone through, or just one individual story. And what was the biggest lesson that you took from that for your own self?
Oh, wow. So I got a variety. I would say one of the most difficult situations is during the downturn in 2008. I actually got a brother and sister who wanted to live in a house with their parents. I think I showed, I don't know, probably close to 40 properties, wrote like 20 offers. They wouldn't get an offer accepted. And they got so frustrated, they ended up quitting. And then 6 months later, when I followed up with them and said, hey, it's less competitive now, let's take a look at going out and buying another property. Turns out they bought a property with somebody else. And what had happened is they had walked into an open house not too far from where they were renting. And the agent had told them, well, if you don't use me, you're not going to get this house. And which really is a violation of both ethical and legal laws in the state of California. But there's little I can do about it, even though they still had a valid buyer's contract with me, which I could have easily sued everybody for the property, the commissions, and everything else. I tend to let things like that go. I let it slide because I believe in paying it forward. I just keep sending them updates every other 6 months or so about their property and things like that, in hopes that one day they might turn around and give me the listing if they decide to sell and move. Because I can tell you right now that the gal that was sold in the property is out of the business already because she was too, she didn't really want to work at it full time. So you have to let the bad times go and not let it consume you, because karma is a bitch and it will come back to bite you. And there's a lot of people that have gone in and out of the business. They treat it as just a money-making machine instead of a relationship-building machine. And they end up going out of the business within 2, 3, 4 years, the first sign of a downturn.
Absolutely. I love that. And the thing that I'm really taking from that is, and it's been echoed across many different episodes that we've had here on the Real Estate Investing Club, but it's to create relationships. This is definitely a long-term game. It's not get rich quick. Real estate is a business. You have to treat it like that, and you have to treat it like a real business, like you're servicing the people that you're actually engaging with, and you're servicing them over time. And so you have to be developing relationships for this to really work out. So that's a tough lesson that you learned, but I love that you're back on top. You're back, where you're at today. Unfortunately, we are at the very end here, Don, but I did really appreciate you having you on the show. Before we leave, though, I always have to ask, you've given us a lot of wisdom so far today, so if somebody were to bring you something, what would you want to receive?
Yeah, besides money, no. Geez. I don't know. Honestly, I think the only thing I would probably am lacking in terms of education and knowledge is just financing new ventures, because there's so many people that have approached me about setting up different types of real estate businesses, and they've offered, we'll use your broker number and we'll, just finance it and let's get started on this other business opportunity. I think that's the one thing I would probably want to learn more about.
Gotcha. All right. And if on that topic, if somebody did want to get into contact with you, what would be the best way for them to do that?
Call me, text me, send me smoked signals, come over in a submarine down the ocean. I don't care.
So submarine is probably the best way to get in contact with Don. No, so what is the email address that you'd like them to email you at?
Actually, they could do it at Don S. David Oscar Nancy Sam at ontheblockrealestate.com.
All right, you heard it from Don. That's Don S. at ontheblockrealestate.com. And I will also be putting his LinkedIn profile in the show notes if you want to click through and get in contact with Don, especially any Southern Californianers, that's a hard word, down there in SoCal. So again, Don, thank you very much for showing up on the show. I appreciate everything you shared with us today. And I wish you the best of luck down there in SoCal.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Absolutely. You too.
All right.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Real Estate Investing Club. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode as much as I enjoyed putting it on, and we're able to pull some actionable advice that you can apply in your own investing today in the field. Before you go, we have a gift for you. If you're a new investor looking to get started or an established investor looking to take your investing to the next level, I've created an ebook just for you, available on our website. This ebook will cover how I was able to create both active and passive income in real estate with very little money to start with. In it, I will address the 3 most often cited obstacles new and veteran investors run into by showing you how to find deals that are actually deals, how to finance a deal with little to no money down, and how to exit those deals for maximum value. And if you get the ebook today, I am throwing in a bundle of bonuses, 7 of them to be exact. The first one will be the off-market lead generation blueprint, which will take you through the exact systems and processes we use to generate off-market leads like clockwork, which is the most important skill when it comes to creating wealth in real estate. The second bonus is the A to Z REI systems and vendors guide, which will allow you to peek under the hood of our business and see the exact tools, systems, and even the vendors we use to see the success that we do. And the third bonus is the top 100 best performing keywords pack, which will give you the exact keywords we use to target motivated sellers online using PPC ads. The fourth bonus is our contracts bundle for wholesaling and renting real estate, which will give you access to all the contracts we use in the field to execute all different types of transactions. After that is the Investors Quick Analysis Calculator and Offer Tool, which will allow you to quickly calculate whether a deal is an actual deal and will allow you to create an offer automatically from those calculations. This is a lot of bonuses that I said. I'm just going to keep going down the list. Number 6 is the Investor's Daily Success Tracker, which is a tracker you can use to ensure you are taking the right actions day in and day out to reach your financial goals in real estate. And the last bonus is the Wholesaler's Template for Quick Assignment Cash, which will give you the templates we use to present our wholesale deals professionally and efficiently to our buyers. Whew, that is a bundle. So it's a mouthful. You get all of those bonuses for free when you download the ebook. All we charge is the admin cost to run the show. So if you're interested in the ebook and the bonus bundle, head on over to the website at therealestateinvestingclub.com. Click on Get the ebook bundle at the top of the page to take advantage of that deal. And with that said, I hope you have a fantastic day, an even better week. Keep rocking real estate, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.